Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Ugh. All right. Um, oh goodness. All right, this is the right one. Mm, live. There we go. Get this chat set up. Good afternoon. Hmm. Goodness, it's cold. It's raining outside and it's freezing. This don't make no sense. One day it's hot, nice, and the next day it's a mess. I love the rain, but it just does something to us. Hi. What are you guys over there trying to do?
Can I use the computer for a minute?
You have to wait in a little while, okay? Later on, I'll let you do it. Book lover, hi. We have stuff to do, y'all. I'm not using the computer. I know that's bad. I'm telling them no. And I'm on the computer. I'm working. Hey, it's hot there. Yeah, it was hot yesterday. It was hot all week. And I think we had a couple days of rain, sprinkling last week. And then it got nice and they were outside. And now it's a mess again. Mm. We had allergies. The rain last week brought allergies. The kids were coming in the house all welted up and just the cedar is out. It's already out. And yeah, it was messing with my eyes and throat and nose. And I'm like, you know what? We need to take something because I don't like this. 82. I'm jealous, y'all. Oh, goodness. That's all right, though. It'll get back warm again. But, yeah. We had rain. Then it was cold. Now hot. Oh, yes. My allergies are acting up. We're supposed to be going to the rodeo on Saturday. Girl, I can't say that. I can't say it. But, right there, Sylvia. Right there, literally, right there. Don't comment on it, but we can hear it outside the door in the house, really, literally. Um, yeah. Whew. So, yeah, it's a lot of traffic because of that too. Um, I'm highly allergic. Yeah. So, yeah. Been pretty busy over there. I can't say that. Pretty busy over there at that event. So, yep. You guys probably came and saw Moving Week. What is that? Yeah, it's Moving Week, y'all. It is Moving Week in here. I don't say I need a break or we need a break, but we've been doing a lot of stuff and I've been putting off things that I needed to do because we've just been busy. And when I tackle a project, I like to just do it and get it done. And this is something that, yeah, it's been a long time coming. I had already finished and then I had to realize that I was going to have to redo, but I just said, you know what, I'm just going to wait till later, and now it's later. So, let me show you guys what I got going on in here. Storage. So, yeah. I have been eyeballing them ever since I bought them. And they were being used for something else when I bought them. And they were in the kids' closet for their clothes. So, yeah. We have storage, some more storage in here. We go every year. If not, we go to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, wow. That's one place that I have never taken the little kids. One day eventually maybe they'll go, but they have never been. My kids haven't been to a lot of places. They've never been to IHOP. They haven't been to a lot of restaurants. We just don't eat out. But IHOP is one place I want to take them because, they always want pancakes. They think it's just, IHOP around here. If I say pancakes or they ask for pancakes, how many pancakes do you want? They want me to stand there and flip for an hour. I'm like, y'all need IHOP for real. I don't mind one or two, but goodness. You need me? Okay, I'm coming. Hold on just a second. I'm coming. You what? Oh, okay, I'm coming. You need some help in here? Oh, get you all squared away. Good. Yeah. Okay, sit down. Whew. So, get back in here. That stuff is over there drying. Hi, Vicky. Because I had to wash them all out and stuff like that. But yeah, these kids, they haven't been many places, and so I'm gonna take them to IHOP, somewhere they can experience the we eat pancakes for dinner, but so they can get pancakes at midnight. They're like, what? Oh boy, I need some of those storage. Yeah, I had a few years back picked those up at Target, and in fact, we all needed them, so everybody and the big kids and everything got a set in lieu of dressers. And A while ago, I shared the kids do have a dresser. I have an armoire, and I took what I had and repurposed it so it's under my table here. And then that's my fouling system. That's a lifesaver. And then the kids are their dresser. I finally had them put their stuff in their dresser drawers because it was time. And I didn't want to stop one. I had a system going in the laundry room behind me here. It was a family closet. And I really didn't want to take the drawers out and let them put their clothes in the room because that at one point became a mess. They were taking the clothes out and it was a mess. And so it was easy for me to do laundry in the laundry room and just put their stuff in the drawer right there. And I didn't even share it. I didn't share what I did, but they were all lined up in the laundry room because it's big. And I think I shared little snippets of it. But I took it apart. So now their stuff is in the room and I have the storage. And in light of the computer, that was a situation that I already knew was going to affect the computer, having the AC right there. And this room gets really dusty anyways. But when I put the room together, even though I reconfigured it the day I did it, I knew I was going to change this room. So I already had plans. So you didn't miss anything. We're moving this room. We're moving this room. I'm taking the room apart. And so in my head, with the dresser coming right after I had put everything up and unpacked everything, I didn't want to go through redoing everything all over. So I just let it stay. So now it's like we have some flex time and I have the time to actually stop what I'm doing and not have to, we can take a little bit off of school and not be so rigid. So I shared the room and now I'm getting ready to dismantle it. So I've just been sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to start with the back because the front where I'm at is the heavy stuff. And what's going to happen is stop playing. Even though I didn't want to because I have this area in front of me and there's no window. The window is right here. I'm going to have to move over there because my outlets are right here. So I have to move over here to keep the cables and cords from going all the way across the room. And then the kids' table is next to me, kind of sidecar, so I'm going to have to move it. But my big shelf, I cannot, I have to take everything off the shelf. So, oh my gosh. And I could do it in pieces, but I'm not that type. I have to get it done. So I'm going to spend probably tomorrow. I don't know. I might start in the front. I don't know. I think the back is pretty easy. May I help you? Are you going to help fix the room up?
Yes.
You are? They've been helping. They cleaned out their drawers and everything. All right. Go have a seat.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. You can get back to talking.
Oh, I can get back to talking. I have to have permission. Okay. We are going to eat at IHOP probably first. We're celebrating Little's birthday. Yes. Birthday girl. That is fine. Is that going to stay the room? No, I'm staying in this room. I'm staying in here. I had to pick this room because this room has no AC and it has.
Excuse me for a minute.
No.
Turn your flashlight.
Okay. It has no. Well, we got the AC installed, but it has no heat, so it's always cold in here. So it wouldn't function as a bedroom. It was just an addition onto this house. Hey, Mimi. You've been on my mind. But yeah, it's going to stay in here. And I'm just going to rearrange, pretty much everything. And then with the new drawers, I have to, I could put them somewhere else, but I don't need them because there's, again, nothing else in here in the house. So I really don't need them anywhere. And that's the thing. When I think about, buying stuff furniture-wise for a homeschool room, I never advise anybody to go out and buy something purposely designed for. Bring me my flashlight. Because the thing is, you're going to limit yourself with what you can do with it. Eventually we're not going to need all these shelves and all that stuff, but that stuff can be repurposed.
Zai's water spilled on my blanket.
Okay. Can you dry the water up? Or dry what's up on the floor. It's no point. You need to have pieces that you can find, secondhand, thrift store, repurpose things from around your house that you can use, and you can, put them back elsewhere after you're done using them, because it's just a waste of money to just go and furnish a room for the sole purpose of homeschooling. Even if you are just starting out, it doesn't make sense. You could put that money somewhere else.
In a couple days when it gets sunny, can I play out Lil wants to?
Okay.
I'm hot.
All right, go play in there. It's raining in a couple of days. So, Sylvia says, yes, she is the big 2-0. I do not feel the woes of a 2-year-old. It's nap time over here, and the big girls are home, and it's hectic. Yeah. Can I please come help you rearrange? Sure. Bye. Love for all. Yeah, I sure can come help you.
Is that popcorn ours?
You may have it. Just don't make a mess out of it. Yeah, you want to find things that you can, move around and multi-purpose with. Just basic functioning, pieces. Don't try to overdo it. And these little Sterilite drawers, most of the time they do hold up as long as they're not overloaded. And they're just so versatile. Now these happen to be colored. They are muted colored. But if I had my choice, all of the baskets and bins and most of the Sterilite drawers are white. But everything would be white or clear. Because the books bring enough color to the room. And I just like that uniform, clean, white feeling. So, but this, this will work. It'll definitely work. I just have to get in here and start moving the stuff. So, it'll be interesting to see what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to actually section off the room. It's going to look like it's 2 rooms because it's so big. So, I just wanted to use it like this to see. But it works, and I think my plan, once I finish, it'll be just as fine. It's just nothing too major, nothing off the walls that I don't have to. I think I have to take all this stuff off, but not this. So, yeah, I like, everything to be cohesive. Yep. Some people, the little colored stuff, it's really nice, but I would much like these little bins up here. I'd be just fine if they were white or clear. There's really no rhyme or reason, because most of the time, if you're not at, we have Container Store, so you can pretty much find, and they carry and keep stock of the same thing. But if you're just going to random store, Dollar Tree, you usually don't find all of the colors that you want, or you may only find one or two, and then you have to keep going back. I don't like that. So I'd rather just have all white. But that little stuff right there, that was part of the pantry, so I did have it color coordinated. And when I didn't need them in the pantry, I took them out of the pantry and brought them in here. So I have to go back because I'm lost. You lost me. Oh, I'm losing my screen. There we go. But one day mine will be more coordinated. Yeah, as long as it's functional, like I say, I'm not too, you know, I've been there and done that with the decoration and the, whole house and all of that, the little knickknacks. I'm just not there anymore. I'm not there. I don't like to have stuff that just sit there and collect dust. Like I said, that's the thing in this room. It gets so dusty that it's just not even appealing. We also get, 20% off. Yes, many places you have to really, really ask, especially at Goodwill. A lot of people don't know that, but you can get an educator discount there when they see you buying up a whole bunch of stuff. Tell them you're a teacher. A lot of times, sometimes they'll ask you for ID, which you can make yourself. There's a lot of templates that you can search and print out. But, if you get to know the people, a lot of times they just give it to you. But, yeah, plenty of stores, Barnes & Noble, Lakeshore, a lot of places. That's another perk of HSLDA too. You get discounts at different places like museums and zoos, and even AAA, stuff like that. Let me see, what does it say? Vicky Hayes, do you mean the Container Store at random? Okay, yeah. What Goodwill? Yep, you have to ask at your Goodwills. So, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, Mimi, we're not moving. We're just moving the room around. So, yeah, I'm just trying to. It's a little more than being reorganized. I'm moving the whole room around, but it'll be basically put back together the way it is. Some of the stuff I want to tweak, like some of this, it looks neat, but I don't like stuff like this because it's stacked. This right here is just a mess, but I don't really like stuff stacked too high. It just doesn't look right for me. And in the back where the interactive notebooks are, that above the bulletin board, that shelf is really high, and those notebooks sit up in that magazine thing, and it just looks, I don't know, it just looks out of place. So that's one thing I really want to fix. I just didn't have a choice when I put it there. There was no other place to put those things. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to take these off and put them somewhere else and put the notebooks here, because I think this is lower than, by that much, and it'll really make a difference. So, yeah. And then I'm thinking about the closet. The games are a mess. I didn't put them back the way I had them, and I really should have. I don't know. Some of them I should have. I just didn't put them back in that organizer. But then I was thinking about taking the organizer out of the closet and putting it somewhere else. And maybe putting one of the shelves in the closet. I don't know. I have to think about that. So, but I just don't like the appearance of things just, I don't know. Because certain things, when you stack them really high, your eye wanders. And if it makes things look cluttered. That's another reason why I don't like a whole bunch of stuff on the walls. Yes, the walls are real estate, but when you have too much, and especially when they're really big, it makes the walls look really cluttered. So um, I have to get my tape measure out and figure out lengthwise what's over here and what's over here and what's in the closet. And that'll help me determine what I'm going to move where, really. Come inside because it is raining. So, I have one more mobile I'm getting ready to put up from the ceiling. The stuff has been sitting in my files, and I need to put that stuff up. But yeah, I'm not really doing anything else to the walls other than taking my prayer wall down and moving it over. I might even, I don't know, I might just leave it down. I don't know. I am thinking of turning master bedroom into a schoolroom. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't think that way because they think it's their bedroom, but a lot of times one of the bedrooms functions better than, you know, something else. I could actually use the, you know, the living room as bedroom. You know, it's a matter of how you look at things. You know, if you're not one to get company, it really doesn't matter what you use. You know, how you use the space. I've seen people turn their formal dining rooms into their baby's nursery. You know, even a huge closet in the master bedroom into a baby's nursery. So, you know, closets into homeschool rooms. You have to look at the room for what it is and then think, okay, how can I really use this to the best of my advantage? Because a lot of times you're just throwing things in empty places when you could actually be using those places. So I don't like the idea of having, there's no garage, there's no attic storage. But I don't like the idea of having my homeschool stuff in a closet or in another room. So everything I have is in here because if it's out of sight, we're not going to use it. But I will put like another area up, you know, like, you know, books or something like that, a bookcase in another room, you know, because it's going to function. So I'm thinking about the laundry room. I might turn that into like a little art. I don't want to say art room, arts and crafts room. I don't know. The messy room. Because sometimes it gets messy in here. Art wise. But I can take that stuff and put it in there. And we'll be fine with that. But it wouldn't be like, you know, I'm taking all the shelves and things like that out. So I'm going to figure out what I can do in that regard or what, because it's just, you know, it's space and it's not being used. It's really, it's utility. So we wouldn't be missing anything, and you know, the room would just be there, but I wouldn't have to worry about like, one issue we have is art. You know, if somebody wants to paint and somebody's doing their schoolwork, somebody goes into the living room and I might not necessarily want to be in there, or I need to be in here, but then I want to watch the paint as well. So if I take and put that in the laundry room or the utility room, I won't have that problem. No carpet. There's no carpet. No. I don't even have to worry about that. Let's see. Let me go back here. Love for all says, can you fit a bookcase? Yeah, I could fit a bookcase in the closet. And that's what I was thinking about, the one that doesn't get used the most. I can put that one in the closet. If the bar wasn't in the closet, I would put the tall bookcase. That would have been the one that went in the closet with all my binders and stuff. I would have put that one in there, but it's too tall with the bar. Because that was the one that wasn't in here, and I had no I mean, it's nice because I was able to repurpose it, but that's just something extra. So yeah, but I'm getting ready to take a lot of things off, and I'm purging as well. So one of these shelves I need to set up with, you guys know my kids love outside nature stuff. They come in here with rocks and leaves and just all kinds of stuff. So I want to be able to set up one of the, at least a shelf on one of the bookcases with a little display so they can put that stuff on, because it's kind of all over the place. And I hate to make them leave it all outside except for the lizards. But yeah, I want to set up a little nature display thing or something. I wish I could use my dining room for my schoolroom, but I wouldn't have any space for my furniture. Yes, I totally understand that. That's why I don't have any furniture. Because I'm too, I like to switch things up. It's too much of a confinement. And, there's no entertainment or anything going on. So that's just extra stuff. So I downsized, got rid of everything that I could, and didn't look back. I do art messy experiments in the dining room because everywhere else has carpet, says Vicky. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Are you going to do a video from start to finish? I'll piece something together, and that way, you'll be able to see the process of what I did. Just like what I did when I put this room together. I just held on to the footage all that time because I wanted to finish the room. So yeah, but that was the first the organization thing I put up after I did the room tour. That was the first thing I vlogged in this room. So it will be a transformation at some point, and it may be helpful for some they may find it, I don't know, but that's just explaining that sometimes if you get bored with something or something doesn't work, switch it. That was kind of a reason I would encourage people when they start a homeschool channel not to the basis of it, oh, I'm going to share my room, I'm going to share my curriculum. Let that not be the first videos you do. Use the stuff, put the room together, use it. I know it's excitement to share the room because you're proud, you want to show it off. That's fine. Show it before, as it functions, because 9 times out of 10, in the first 6 months, you're going to switch a lot of stuff in that room because it won't function the way you thought it did. So, but when you switch it, it's going to be like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? I should have had this over here, this over here, those little details. So it's not a bad thing to share, but use the room for a while first and then make the necessary changes and share it. Yes, live streaming. Girl, I thought about that, but that's too much because I have, like I said, I have to move the that's exactly how I thought about coming on today, but I had too much to, you wouldn't be able to see anything. And I wouldn't be able to answer comments or anything. I would just, have the camera on and that's it. but it's going to be too much going on. Maybe at some point, little bits and pieces, I'll live stream it. But if I'm doing, I need to do and not really, I won't be able to focus. So, but if you guys are okay with that, then I'll show you the mess and how it looks live stream. Yes, I don't entertain at all. I get bored easy with things. I have to have a serious problem changing things up. Yeah, I do. I really do. That's why it takes me so long to, find things that I really like that really work for me. I don't go and pick the first thing, and it just doesn't work for me. I will build my house and it sat, save for the beds, like a couple years with no furniture because I could not find the furniture I wanted. And then when I found it, but we had a big empty house. So, yeah, I think I probably had the piano before I had the furniture. Maybe not. Or maybe around the same time. But yeah, there wasn't too much in there. So, yeah, I like to flip it up, and I don't want to be over the top with things. I'm not buying things because I saw it somewhere. It looks nice over there. They may need it. Yeah. I just am really trying to keep it minimal. Like I said, when it comes to having to move, you really start to evaluate stuff. When it becomes, you cannot pack up, in a certain amount of time, that's a lot of stuff. I don't know. Emergency events, you can't really control that, but you think about emergency as like, I want to save my stuff. I don't want more than I can save. So it's also a great opportunity to go through everything and purge stuff that you may have forgotten. Yeah. And that's another reason why I don't keep stuff outside the room. I know everything in this room. I know where it is, and we actually use it all on a regular basis. I don't have that problem. I'm not looking for games. I'm not looking for books. I'm not looking for, paper. I can find it. When it gets like that, we have too much. We have too much. We have too much. I don't want to forget that, I had this and I went and bought that. That's not me. I need to put up some stuff. I haven't done anything. I had a rough day yesterday, and I was not trying to do anything, but I have some. I took a sick day yesterday, but I went next door to my neighbor. Day before yesterday, yeah, we were out hanging out. And I went over to her house to ask her, because I took a big box of stuff to her the other day or last week or something. And I knew she wouldn't be able to go through it all. But just to see, was it to her liking, like I thought. And she was just, she was excited then. And she turns around and says, you know what? I said, what? She pulled out this box and she was like, my mom brought this stuff over here for you. And I looked and I was like, oh my goodness. I came back with a whole pile of stuff. I'm like, all I did was go outside. So, like I say, use people around you because you never know what you can get outside your door. Trade, somebody may have something not necessarily.
Here came from the thing that says week and note.
You talking about my calendar?
Yeah.
You may have something not necessarily homeschool material that somebody may want, and they may have something that you want. So always, barter and trade stuff. You can find a whole bunch of stuff like that. So they do a whole bunch of just good stuff. Her mom is mainly the one that was homeschooling the girls, but they're both sharing the responsibility now. Um, and so they are using Tapestry of Grace. They're using 5 in a Row. What am I trying to say? It's some good stuff. But anyway, she had given me a lot of books, a couple of books, and it were books that we didn't have. And I'm like, you know what? This had been in my cart, and I was waiting to see if I can catch one in a lot of something, and I hadn't so far, but I wasn't pressed to just buy the individual book. Y'all know I don't have it like that. But I was just so excited that she gave me that stuff, and the kids were excited, and I'm like, yes. So I told her I have some more stuff, and she's like, my mom's gonna bring some more stuff over here too. So yeah, we are sharing, and she knows that whatever she needs, she can come over here and get. And I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, take advantage of who and what you can, and be grateful. Don't always think you have to go out and buy things, because that's really not the case. You guys wanted the books, but I'm going to share that I have some. The vlog is going to be those weird. What is it? What is the thing they say? Those weird unsocialized homeschool kids. It'll be something like that. But here's one of the books. So, and that's a beautiful story. If you guys don't know that, that is a beautiful story. The kids love that book. But I have been after that book forever, and that was one that I did not have. I have the other one, and The Glorious Flight. That one's about the English Channel, but they're kind of similar. So yeah, really good stuff. You listening as you drive. Be safe. I like to do that a lot, but my neighbor doesn't seem to know how to return things. And me, I'm the type that I don't really like to loan things out, because I've loaned a lot of things out and they don't return. And so I have to have in my mind that if I'm loaning something, it's the same way. I won't borrow things from people, because you're going to get it back in perfect condition, but I just don't like to borrow things. I don't know, this thing, I'll go buy it. But when I give it out, I have to have in my mindset it may come back different than how I loaned it out, or I may not get it back. So, but I'm fine with it. It's either something, if it's something I really need, no, that's not it. It really depends on the person, and I've not come across anybody that can really, even my own kids, they would take my books and have them all. And I'm like, why did you do that to my book? I'm talking about the older kids. So yeah. But, I kind of watch how people are with their own things, and that tells me if they can handle something else. I would be cautious. Would I let your neighbors borrow, Vicky? Yeah, I don't mind sharing, but take care of it. Return it when you're done. I always have to ask for it back. Yeah. So I know she is in need of HOP, and I'm not getting ready to give her HOP, even though we're not using all of it. I'm going to ask her if she wants to. I can find her one, and I'll order it, and she can pay me for it. But one of her kids really needs hooked on phonics, and And I'm thinking about the tape recorder issue because she really needs that too. But yeah, I'm like, you kind of gonna, she can come over here, but I can't loan it out. So Vicky said, because I told her I have games and I have, since grown kids were little, I take care of my stuff. Yeah, so I let her know up front, you can borrow stuff but take care of it and return it. I still have to always ask. Yeah, some people, they have good intentions, but they're not as diligent with things. So, yeah, I'm very, very careful. You better be careful. Oh, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, I can find her one and say, hey, this is, if you want me to order it, I'll order it for it or order it for you, but I'm not giving her this one. It's a good one. It was in very good condition. It's one with the mic and the separate mic, and it just works. So yeah, every now and then you will find them, in a store, in a Goodwill or a thrift store that actually are in great condition. Or even on eBay, a lot of times they're just sold for parts. So I always say, if you find one, get it. I told her I keep an eye out at Goodwill for her. Yeah. Oh, nice chatting. Gotta go. Migraine. Oh, girl. Yeah, I know. Like I said, yesterday was not my day. I was completely out of it. I hope you feel better, though. Get you some rest, and I will catch you next time. So, but yeah, some of this stuff I am going to loan out, like the reading curriculum, the textbooks, and that type of thing. I'm going to loan that stuff out. And that's the stuff I got, for $1 or whatever. And it's really not too much, say, for, spilling something on it. And when I weigh the value of them, it's really not that, not that much of a loss. Even though it's a complete set, it's only valuable to the person that knows it's valuable. And a lot of people will not use textbooks. They won't use school textbooks. So, for me, I know that they are valuable. So when I find them, I get the whole set or something. But yeah, I would much rather loan one of those, or loan those out, than to loan a chapter book or something. I'm kind of, because I know the pages will be bent, and just, and then it's like, are you finished yet? Are you finished yet? So I wouldn't want to loan out any of those to, certain people. But what else did I tell her? Stuff like some of the file folder games that I have. I'm going to purge and actually let her have those. And I have, some things that I printed out that I really don't need. So I'm going to just put that stuff, all together. Flashcards. I have a lot of flashcards, honestly, that they don't use. So they could definitely use that type of thing. Yes, I need to keep a list. Yep, keep a list of it. Keep a list of it. The same way I make the kids check out the books and with the shelf marker so I know who has what book. Yeah, I keep a list so I know. You have to, when you, even if it's in the house, they use this room like an actual library. They have to check the book out from me. And then when they're finished, they have to put it back, because what happens is they'll have the book all over the house and say somebody else picked it up and it's not the same condition. And I said, no, when you are finished, you have to put it right back. If they want that book, then you tell them, okay, I'm going to check it back in, and then you can go check it out. You still have to wait. You'll be okay. You'll be just fine. Bring me a math book. Yes, because my kids and I can count pieces before we pack them up. Ooh, boy. Because you were working on time.
Sorry.
So you can do this. They started at 10 and they finished at 10:45, and he finished at 10:40. So you can go, and then you determine which boy finished faster. It's word problems. You have just two problems on this page, 9 and 10, 8 and 9. So you think you can do that? This is the same thing you were doing on ABC Mouse. See, it says for 11 o'clock all the way to 11:15. So you have to, each clock is going to have 11 all the way to the time it tells you to stop.
That one.
What? He finished at 11:40. He finished, so make the time. One finished at 10:45. I can't read. It's dark in here. One finished at 10:45 and one finished at 10:40. So what is the difference between those times? So finish your snack and then do that page, since there's only two problems on that page. I may have a problem. But that's how we had the same sorry and Monopoly games for today. That's how I am. Not a piece needs to be missing. Not a piece. I want the same. Yeah. Yep. I don't like to go and replace things like that. I just want it perfect. You know, I can have had a book forever and read it over and over again, and the pages still crack. Like, do not bend it. Don't put a pencil in it. Don't write in it. Don't do anything to it. I want it to be in the same condition, like it was never read. Games, you know, some of them, most of these came from thrift anyway. But yeah, I don't like them just thrown around. What are you doing, Layla?
Thanks.
Take it to the table. Because I already swept in here. I don't want to have to come sweep in here again.
Already all gone. It's all gone.
Okay. Go empty the bowl. You're fine.
Can I have an eraser for this?
An eraser? An. Is this your pencil? Or it's not marked? You can have one.
I couldn't find one.
You couldn't find yours. It's just funny because it's about 50 pencils over there. But there's an eraser. That's why I took those out. I think I had taken out one for everybody. Okay, so what is the time difference? How many minutes between here and here? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I just realized that this is not what it's asking you. How many minutes did he spend cleaning his room? Jace.
4.
How many minutes?
45.
Okay. How many minutes did Roman spend?
40.
Okay, so
40.
put it down. 40 and 45. Mm-hmm. You did it. You understand that was the exact same thing it was showing you when you were playing that little game. So, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're moving, but I'm still having to do little bitty stuff pretty much that they can do on their own. And so I don't have to sit down with them and just, teach it as something they already know. And then the stuff that I need, if I want them to help me with, I will have them help me. But so far, it's no more than bring me the broom and the dustpan or trash or something. Sometimes you can move faster without the kids in some situations, some projects.
My belly's gonna blow.
And we'll go and you can take a break. You come back and do that, one problem. Vicky said, wait a minute.
I want to do this.
What you want to do? What you have here? What you want to do? The bird is, okay, these are called positions. Nope, not compound words. These are the positions. It says near, far, left, right, and above. So you have to read the sentence and write. The bird is blank from the birdhouse. Where's the bird? No, on this page. And what side is that? Left. So you find the word left and you write the word left. And then you finish reading the sentences. Let me look at these words. You know all of these words. Above and near are brand new words. But the rest of these words you know. Yep, you can read all these words. So you just fill in the blank. Pretty sure that's why I picked that page.
I'll do the black words later.
Okay.
You have to write the right words?
Yes.
Okay.
3 and done. So I remember you telling me that 2 years ago. Yeah. Vicky says you kind of motivated me to do some rearranging that I've been putting off. Yeah, like I said, I guess that's a good thing. That is truly a good thing, Just work with what you have. Don't try to go buy new, because a lot of times what you have is best. And if you just change it up, this is a good thing. This is a perfect time of the year because a lot of people are going through homeschool burnout. They're waiting for the next 3 weeks because it's spring break. And so I can take a break at spring break. Even though we're kind of taking a break, we're really not taking a break because I can do this, and still keep them going. They don't need help like that. But when you feel like you're just burning out, stop. Rearrange things. Go purge things. Go take inventory. Make lists. That's a good time to do stuff like that. Just take a couple days off, a week off, and do something like that. Because a lot of you have things that are in closets and in drawers and other places, and you do forget about those things. You could actually be using those things. And, it's just like when you go back to school shopping, it's a rush because you have all these new things, Take a break off and rearrange. You'll be surprised what you find. The hidden treasures that you tucked away. So, and then everybody comes back because everything is clean and you have a new mindset and a new appreciation for what you're doing. And then you may find that some of the things that you were, just the position of something, changing them really made a difference. And you didn't realize that, it was just that little bit of change really makes a difference. Like I say, if it's moving the table, to a different position, the feng shui is off. That can really mess up your mindset. It can really, be a big deal in the way you are doing things. You may be in the wrong position for actually being able to maneuver and get to the kids, or the kids being able to get around and do things. And it's just something as simple as that. I should have had this way. And you just don't realize. So, yep, I do that often. I'll switch the position of the table because sometimes I want it different, and it just, plays a role in how I'm actually instructing or I'm moving around the table to help them. And then it just changes the scenery, they get to look at different direction. Yeah, just the same as, if you take you have a place that you normally have everything, but you go in other rooms, and do your schoolwork. Okay.
Yes, but this is the sticker I want. No school.
Where did you find these stickers? I know where you found these.
I found them in a box.
Okay. Thank you.
The little box by the window.
The one I just had you clean out. Okay.
No.
Thank you.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
This came out of that calendar. I know where it came from.
Smart.
All right, go have a seat. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'll be with you in a little bit. Yeah, that's me when I get burnt out. I take a break. I don't completely homeschool, but I can break and change. And the family like, yes, definitely. Definitely. So, and then, when you, like us, I keep things, I teach them to put things back. Excuse me.
Stop.
Will you go in the other room? Thank you. I teach them to put things back and, don't pull everything out and, things like that. Like I said, checking out the books, that keeps them from pulling all the books off the shelf and they're everywhere. But sometimes things, at the end of the day, it'll start out looking really nice in here Sunday, Monday. By Tuesday, it looks like a little bit of a storm. And by Friday, it looks like a full-blown cyclone. And I'm, a very organized person, but, sometimes when you're doing stuff, you just have stuff all over the place and randomness. And it's like, what is that? What is this? What is it? And then you want to stop. Excuse me, and put things back. Everybody has a catch-all place. You want to go to that catch-all place and empty that catch-all place. So, yeah, I try to get in here and do that pretty regularly because pretty soon the catch-all place starts to house everything. And it's like, okay, if I have all these things that, the intent is everything has a place. And if it's in the catch-all place, then, yeah, you're doing too much. But I know we get caught up. Okay.
Come and see.
Were you saying hello to everyone?
Yes.
Yes?
Hello.
Okay. Will you take your body into the living room or to your bedroom? Thank you. Go finish your workbook page. Excuse me. I can pick up the same stuff like all day. Yeah, that's something I want. When I keep having, if I have to keep picking it up, oh, it's going. It's, I have a place for it. You're not going to see it anymore. This is something I do not tolerate. And that's a training tactic that I had to implement with all of the kids. I'm not going to keep picking up the same thing. You're not going to pick up my same stuff. I'm not going to pick up your same stuff. It's got to go. If it's something I know you like, then yeah, you better pick it up, because if I have to sweep and it's on the floor, I don't care what it is. I'm going to sweep it right up. I'm not bending down to pick it up. I'm not calling you anymore. It shouldn't be on the floor. And I will make sure it goes in the bottom of the trash can so you can't go get it out. Yep. There's some stuff, like I say, little game pieces and stuff like that. We'll find random pieces out, and I will just put them aside in a special place, and then when I'm ready to go empty it, or they go pull out the same thing, I'll be like, here's the piece.
Yeah, me too. Oh, God.
So that's how we do. I don't think I have any other purpose other than, I'm trying to purge things and, create that little space for their, okay, come here. Their little, leaves and acorns and stuff like that. Come here. Go into the living room or go into your room. You guys are quite loud. Yeah, my oldest one's there. Layla likes to clean up. Yeah, that's fine. She's the cleanup person. She will clean it up.
Let me go get my yellow.
So once I create those little spaces or not, I may actually not find the space I'm looking for, but I think I can, even if it's just a little area, because they collect the stuff, and I tell them they have to keep it confined to jars. So even if it's just a little top or something with the jars on top, that's fine. I just don't want to look on the table and see leaves scattered on the table, rocks scattered on the table and on the floor. And acorns. I'm stepping on acorns. That's just not going to happen. And I know with spring coming up, they're coming in with more and more. Somebody picked up, we had talked about the little, I know you guys know these things, basket weaving. And I can't even call what tree they came from, but I'll pick this up for you. Oh, I'm not saying pine. Yeah, some pine trees. An eraser. Do I have?
Got a yellow book.
What happened to the erasers? I had pulled out 4 of them. Here. I think I took one. Here's one. I don't even know if, here, you know what? You just take the one off my pencil. This is because you took my pencil here.
Yeah.
I actually wanted the skinny ones, but he came in here with all of these. Like, is this going to work? Because the skinnier ones are flexible. These kind of break. But see, they come in here with stuff like this. So, and I just had to get these up because they were on the table, and I just stuck them in a little jar that was handy. But they want to make some baskets and stuff. So, if they make them, then we have to have somewhere to display them. So, and I remember having stuff like that. But for these guys, I don't like to give it to them. I like them to discover what they like on their own. You know, show me what you like. I don't want to just say, we're getting ready to do this, or you have to do this. They go out, can we use this for this? I'll show them something, or I'll tell them, and then they will go on the hunt for whatever, and they'll come and say, well, we can use this to do this. So,
can I have an eraser?
Didn't I just give
Here.
you a pencil with an eraser? There it is. The blue eraser is new.
Yes. Let me take this off. No, I need that.
Oh, but yeah, these are going to break. But we do have a place that... Why is my phone shutting down? Oh, my goodness. Hold on, y'all. I got to bring this back up so I can see this chat. It's telling me 0%. That's not good because then I won't be able to see the chat. Okay, hold on. But yeah, we have a place where we can get these things outside. There are some in the yard. But it's a tree that has these things. I don't know why my battery just died like this because it was full and it's charged. Let me get back in this chat though. What time is it? 4:31. My intention was to 4 o'clock. So I must wrap it up anyway, so I can at least get something done, or something else done. I shouldn't say I haven't done anything. I have been in here moving stuff, so been pretty productive. I didn't want to tell them, but I think I might go.
I'd like the pencil to have ID.
Well, it has one. Whose pencil is this?
That's Aaliyah's. Yeah, I let her use it.
Well, you guys keep taking these things off. Leah, look inside the pencil container. There it is. And see if you see a pencil that has one of these grippers on it.
Okay.
None of my pencils have grippers.
Not that.
Because I know there are a lot of pencils over there. Some of them don't have erasers, but they have grippers on them.
Is that pencil container?
You see one with a gripper on it?
Yeah.
No. What pencil are you trying to put the gripper on?
Here, right there. Look. There's a gripper.
Here. This one has a gripper. Use it.
Whoa.
I don't know what she's trying to do. Like you have one. So, like I said, with the moving of this stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find some more spaces and empty containers and stuff like that. So, that ought to be fun, some empty shelf space. But I will, like I said, I will share what I did and where I put things in a pile of. If I get rid of things, I'll try to share what I got rid of. The pencil sharpener is not sharpening for some reason. Is it? Oh, it's open. It was open. This should be sharp enough. I think you just like to be a little extra. Here. Here. That's plenty sharp. Be careful with it. Y'all just like to use the pencil sharpener. That's it. Let's see, am I still on this thing? Still streaming? Okay, still streaming. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys, how do you, when it comes to rearranging and things like that, is it something that you enjoy? How do you, what's the process? What motivates you? I heard one person say that I'm motivating them. What motivates you? these little kids in here. I can't say what I was thinking about going in there to make because they can hear me and they can spell. But, a sweet treat. I don't know if I'm going to do it, though. It'll probably be for dinner, after dinner.
You can follow the heel. I want to. Okay. Yeah, start with it and follow the heel. This is the rule. Take the rules. See? Boys
I'm looking at, okay. I'm looking at a notification. But yeah, I don't know. I see, just like I say, I just use things until they, I try to make things work the best that they can. I really think about things, the function of things before I put them to use, and just use them to my advantage. And then when I feel like we need to change,
what I meant.
That's when I change. Yeah, it came from my calendar. That old calendar. Thank you.
They took the magnet off.
I know. I realize that.
I told you.
Okay, go have it.
Okay.
Sit down.
Can I have a grip on this because I lost the other one? Oh, Zai, it's okay. The other grip? Zai, you can use.
Here. Get down. You have a grip right here. How did you lose it? Okay, don't go getting more pencils out of the container.
I didn't.
Just for the sake of getting pencil grips. Get off my chair, please. And erasers.
Get off of Mama's chair.
You'll end up hurting yourself hanging on there like that. What do you have? Go put that up.
Oh,
my kids are being so
there's a hook on it.
Go put it up. Yeah. Change is good. That's what I say. Change is good. Moving is good, but change is good too. Just switch things up, move things around. Okay.
Don't let me touch those because that's how that happens.
It gives you a sense that you have gotten something new, or you have a new space. So, just freshen things up. For the most part, nothing major going on. Like I said, this is not in light of anybody, I'm watching, or, I'm not trying to do a whole new tour. That wasn't the goal, because I told you guys in the beginning it was something that was going to happen, and you're just going to see it. I probably won't even, there's really no point. But I know I constantly get new, people watching. But there's no point to keep doing the tour. It just, I don't know. They become old. So, it'll just, okay.
Stop it. What?
What? Go into your room.
But didn't you say ding ding?
But you didn't do that. You said you had an issue. Pick your book up. Put it on the table. Put it on the table. You see, you keep hanging around me, and I'm going to give you something. And then you're going to say, oh, I wish I had stayed in there. So, either you can leave and enjoy your little free moments, or I will put you to work. Okay? Either you help me, or I'm going to have to give you something to keep you busy to stay out of my way.
Okay, bye, boy. See you next week.
See? Yeah. They all scatter when I say, let's do something.
I'm going to scatter home.
I'd rather do it by myself quietly so I can hear myself. Exactly. Exactly. So that's all I have to do is tell them I'm getting ready to give them something. They just take off so fast. They will take off so very fast. Somebody's waiting to use this thing, which I don't really let them do, but it's, it does have some. When I wasn't feeling good yesterday, I let them, they all took their time on ABC Mouse doing whatever concepts they're doing in their, whether it was math or some of them did some reading, like what are we doing now? Oh, Robert Louis Stevenson. They were doing stuff like that. As long as it lines up with what we're doing, I don't mind giving them that little, that little time. So we took advantage of mouse schooling. But that's what he thinks that he's getting ready to come in here and do, get on ABC Mouse again, and that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I have to, I just need to have some peace and quiet. Sound like me when the kids, the kids run when you say that. Yes. Vicky says, because I might have a great idea for something and they will distract me, and yeah, it's gone from my mind. Yeah. And he doesn't, they don't really know. When I told him I was getting ready to redo the room, they don't really understand, but he can't be on the computer if I have to remove all these, disconnect stuff. So it's like, kid, you're going to have to wait. And this is actually a good time because the desktop is still not up yet. And so it's not, it's already disconnected. So it's the perfect time to move the thing. And we'll see if that makes a difference. I know the AC did affect it, but the room itself, because of how it's built, is just dusty. So, yeah, it's just dusty, and the walls are not, they're not real walls. Whoever, I think somebody was just doing this just to have and, add an addition. I don't even think it was, I don't know. It wasn't, it probably was basic inspection, but it's just plywood. The walls are really plywood. I can't really nail anything into the walls because it'll go straight through it's straight through. It's just plywood and paint. So, it just functioned as it's more or less like a shed, a big shed. But they did it enough to where the bathroom, the plumbing, it's not falling apart. But I think, knowing what I know about building houses, this could have been done a lot better. So, can't wait to see how it turns out. Vicky says, how long do you think it'll take you? Well, you may read that. Do you know what story you're on? It'll, it's Wednesday. I don't know. I'm pacing myself. I can do this in a couple of days if I want to, It's a little more involved than unpacking the room, but I put this room together in a day, so I don't see why I can't reconfigure it in a day. But, I might get tired or something. So it won't be anything drawn out because we have to get back to what we're doing, and I don't like stuff, over here and over there. Like I say, the longer things are off shelves, the more apt they are to get damaged. So I think you might be on this story, or you might be on this story. I think you're on this one. Val can help. I think you're on this one. I'm going to read this one about, it's a snowman. They're building a snowman. You know these words. This one you might need help with. Say it.
Nest.
No, not nest. Look at it. Say the last sound. Be careful. What sound does this letter make?
T.
No, not t. Not t.
X.
Next. Very good. I hear that, so somebody is going to say something, but I hear that so often. T says t. T does not say t. Because if you teach a child that, they're hearing two sounds. T makes one sound. T, not t. It's the same thing with D. Duh. No. D says d. M says m. No. M says Okay. It really makes a difference. And that's why a lot of kids have problems, because you don't realize that you're actually teaching them those two sounds, and they don't go together. You have to be really articulate when you make those sounds of those letters.
That was
So,
what does that word say?
oh, okay. This is the word you did on your worksheet the other day. Or, no, is this the? No, this is the one you colored already. Sound it out. Remember we said LP. What does LP say?
Help.
All right. Very good. So now you know. This is Val.
This is Val. What did you say? I said Val.
Val can help.
Val.
Okay. So the rest of the words you already know. So you sit down and read your story, and I will mark that off. You'll get your sticker in your red folder. So, oh my goodness. Tariq,
Yes.
don't do that.
Okay.
Her always wants to help. But yeah, it shouldn't take me more than a couple days to really get this done, depending on what I want to do in between it. Sometimes I get bored doing stuff like this, so I will stop and just take longer on purpose. But if I know if I pull stuff out, if I just start pulling stuff out, I don't want it to sit on the floor, or on the table. So I'm trying to figure out my strategy. That's really why I was sitting here. I was waiting for that stuff to dry and then figure out my strategy. Because I'm not one to have stuff just stacked up any kind of way, in corners and stuff like that. I have to get it done. But, Tariq, don't do that.
He's gonna do it again.
So, but yeah, for the most part, I need to get back to the closet and measure some things. Come here.
Okay.
What did I tell you to do?
No.
All right. That's right. Those that have to, have to take their time and have to, tend to other things. I can respect that. Sometimes projects take longer. Anything can happen. But, I'm the type, I have to, if I've been waiting this long to get this done, this room, this way, then I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't want to drag it out anymore. So, I don't know if there's anything else, like you guys asked for the live stream. I don't know. What do you want to see? In the process, is there anything in particular you want me to talk about? Because I don't really have a plan other than to just show you what I did and why, and tell you why I did it. And this is a case by case scenario. I can't tell somebody how to. Okay, why they would want to change their room, but just my suggestion would be to just change things up, just like you rearrange your furniture in the rest of your house.
She was just trying to pull some rocks down.
Just for a change of pace. You know.
The screen is a little bit darker.
Yeah, it is.
That's why your shirt looks purple.
Yeah, my shirt does look purple, and it's not actually purple.
And my shirt looks purple too.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if there's anything specific in that regard, or something I can think of, you know, that might be a helpful tip.
If I do 2 pages and 5 pages of it, can I use that?
Okay. He's trying to barter with me. He will do his book work, and then he wants to use the computer. So we'll see. However long it takes you to do that, that's how long you get to use the computer.
Okay.
Yeah, they did do a good job in their room, so I'm not going to complain in that regard. Yeah, it is Wednesday. I don't have any other plan. So, as long as I don't end up like I did yesterday, just out of commission, I will say by Sunday. As long as I don't come back for any live chats, I will have this room back the way I intended. It's a sacrifice. I intended to get a vlog up. So I think I can do that real quick, and then keep pushing on in here. What is the antonym? You know what the antonym is? The antonym of late is what? Look at the words.
It doesn't say late.
Write the antonym for each word. But you know what I did ask you to do? Because you keep bargaining, you keep changing every 5 minutes. It's something different. I did ask you to leave because you come in here and then you don't listen, right? And now you're asking me to do this. I'm not going to do it for you. So you have to make up your mind. Either you're in here to do this because you really want to do it, or you're in here to aggravate me. Which one is it?
Work.
Then work. You're going to have to go to the other side of the table, though, because I need the floor space right there. Go to the other side where the drawers are not, and sit there and finish that. Or you know what? You might want to go to the other table, honestly, because I think I'm going to have to get back there. So it'll be better if you go to the other table and sit and do it, and then you can come back in here. He's so, he don't really want to do anything. He just want to use this, and that child's character. He is quite a character. Little does he know. Stop. He is going to help me move some stuff. Because he's in here. Oh, boy. Loving your content. Keep it going. I will. To freshen it up. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to freshen it up. So, you know, springtime. So, this is perfect because I was thinking about this last week. I was actually getting ready to pull everything out from the walls and just sweep and mop everything. And so, you know, this is perfect. Perfect time. And I think everybody was not feeling well, and that's what stopped me. So, yeah, I can do that. Like you said before, it makes it feel new and exciting. Yeah. Yep, new and exciting. You know, even if it's a corner, you know, if that's all you have in your little space, it's a corner. I just watched, and I don't know if she's still in here. Miranda, are you still in here? She just switched some things around, and I mean, it was fine, the way it was, and but she switched some things around, and it really did make a difference. It just, I understood what she was saying by it flowed better. It just visually it looked better, but the space wasn't bad to begin with. But and she was working with a very small space to begin with because it's a tiny house. But just little bitty tweaks. Like I said, look at the visual, the highs and the lows of how you have things positioned. It really will change the way you see the room. And my main thing is this room, the ceilings are really low. So that's another thing that's driving me to move things that are really high unless it has to be something high, because it's making the room look like it's smaller and more cluttered. Yeah, I think I don't know how so tall this room is, but I can almost touch the ceiling. So almost, and I'm not very tall, so I think it's probably only like a little bit over 5, maybe. I don't know if it's 5'5", but this room, the ceiling height is very low. So do something different in here. But anywho, let me get in here and get going with this little boy before he come back in here. Like I said, he's making his work to aggravate me. Oh my goodness, he is trying me, y'all. He's really trying me. What you doing, Zai? That's when you really want stuff done. They want to hang out with you. Now do you? I can hear you. Now will you just pull everything out at once?
Mom, Tariq is asleep.
He's asleep? Wait a minute. Let me read this comment. Now, will you just pull everything out at once? I think you're asking, will I just pull it out? Systematically, yep. I'm going to pull it all out at once, systematically. And I'm trying to do as little as possible, pulling stuff off. Like I said, I have to take that stuff off the shelf. So that's my biggest project, is to take that stuff off that shelf before I move it. I have to take every book off because it's too heavy.
Stop.
To take it, and then, I need to make it quick and painful. No, quick and painless. It'll be painful if I have them in here doing it. So I think that's going to be a morning project. Because as long as they see the books off the shelf, they're going to come start pulling books. And I want to read this, and I want to do that. So that's why I said I'd rather start in the back of the room. That way I can just get that out of the way, and I can do this in the morning when I get up. And it'll be done. When they come in here, it'll be all done. But once they start seeing all the books off the shelf, they just want to, and then they're going to end up, and I'm like, no, that's just more work for me. So, yeah, an invitation to come and mess it up. Yeah, let me get in here and get going and get this little bit done, get some dinner done. And I wanted to sit down and watch something. I haven't watched a movie in a while. And I have some things I wanted to show them. So, we might be doing that for the rest of the evening. You putting your socks back on? Because it is quite cold. You going to help me do something in here? Yeah. So I'm just, overall, I'm just grateful for the space. Just grateful for the space. Even if it wasn't this room, if it, whatever space, I've always been grateful.
I just skated.
So, you know, when I hear people say, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. You know what? Do what you have
I know just skate with socks on
with what you have.
down.
You know, everybody has their own circumstance. And, you know, some people, they don't tell you that they put all their kids in one room so that they can have a homeschool room. You know, nobody is judging you because of that. It's a sacrifice. Do what you have to do. Like somebody said, the kid's bedroom was in the living room or the dining room or something. Do what you have to do as long as it works for your family. What's the name? 3 and Done is her channel. You know, because you can't just get up and move. But I know somebody that, you know, is this contentment issue. But yeah, and I just feel that's dangerous because no matter what you do in that case, if you feel you have to get up and move, you're never going to be content because there's going to be something wrong over there.
I'm going to help you do something.
You're going to help me do something, sweet girl?
Yeah.
You're going to help me move your, you I know would help. She would actually help me. So I might let you help me move your Sesame Street collection. You think you can handle that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might let you do that. Taking the stuff off the shelves. I think that can be a project for you. Because we're gonna move this shelf. You think we should do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I might let you help me do that type of project in here. Give you guys little assignments to do. But 3 and Done, THREE, and the ampersand, I think. Or it might be spelled out and.
We're just showing it.
I think it's and. It's A-N-D. But it's all one word. Let me back up here and look. Let me check up here and see. I'm just so used to. Okay, it is the ampersand. 3 and Done. Yep. And if you go scroll back up, you can click on the end of the comment. On the 3 dots will come up, and you can go straight to the channel and still hear the chat. What's the matter with you? You did it.
Layla's scaring me. We need to figure out what goes there.
Okay,
Layla's scaring me.
pick a word from the box to match the clue. So you have to read the clue. Just like you were doing in your math the other day. You have to read the clues, and that will give you the answer.
Most hidden.
So yeah, check out her check out what she did. She did a part 1 and a part 2, and so part 2 does look different. It's the same space, but she did it, you know, kind of back to back because she just
Layla tried to kill me.
Oh no. Saying that she could tweak some things and make it look better. Well, you have to hold on a second. So yeah, go check it out. But let me see, who else?
This window. Go in. And you look. Yeah.
You're gonna have to hold on just a minute.
Shh. No, you have to look out the window like this.
Alright, y'all, let me get out of here for these kids. They're aggravate me even more. They're working on my patience. You're working my nerves and you know it.
Fine, I have to get down. My delicious cupcake.
You really know you need to move, right?
You want more?
This is all day long. That's what they do. This is what they do. Hold on, Aaliyah. I'll be in there. So I will see you all. And like I said, I will share the process if you guys really want to see this live. I mean, I don't know. I'll do the best I can. But, yeah, I'll share what I'm doing. But I will see you all in the next video. And whenever I come back live, hopefully I'll have something done or a good excuse.